Why you? Why now? Why do you want to be a sergeant? Why do you want to be an inspector? Why do you want to join the road policing unit? Why do you want to be a police officer? What will being a police officer mean to you? What will being a sergeant mean to you? Why you? Why now? These are really tough questions, aren't they? So if you've got a promotion board coming up, a specialist interview in the police, or you're looking to join the police, then this video is for you. My name is Brendan from Bluelight, and over the past 26 years, I've been helping people to succeed in promotion boards, succeed in specialist interviews whilst I was a police officer. And for the past 10 years, I've been supporting people to succeed in the police recruitment process. I've been in the police sector for 37 years now. I joined on the 9th of September 1985. I know many of you weren't even born then. That's how old I am. But the one thing that's been consistent all the way through that is helping people to answer that really tough question. So today, in one of my webinars for those individuals who are looking to get promoted, we took a look at this, why you, why now? And the reason we did is because one of the candidates who's an inspector, who's looking to get promoted to chief inspector, was talking about how they had a briefing on what the board system is going to involve and how, to quote, the chair of the board is going to want to delve into your personality. And it's exactly the same if you're going to join the police. It's exactly the same if you want to be a sergeant. It's exactly the same if you want to be a superintendent. It's exactly the same if you want to get into the road policing unit, tactical aid unit, be a detective, whatever it might be. One of the opening questions is highly likely to be one that focuses on your why. Now, if you want to find out a little bit more information about those courses, the webinars, the one-to-ones that I talk about, check the links below. If you're watching this on a podcast, there's a link below. Watching it on a podcast, listening to it on a podcast, there's a link below. If you're watching it on YouTube or Facebook, again, there's a link below. Please do join these webinars, these one-to-ones. They make such a difference, massive, massive difference. Anyway, back to the point. Why is love the answer? Well, let me tell you a story about what actually happened today. So, as often happens, I'll ask this question, and we learn by doing in these webinars, by the way. In my one-to-ones and webinars, we learn by doing. We practice things, we give things a go. The place to make mistakes is with me in the webinar or on the one-to-one, not on your board, not on your interview to join the police. That is not the time to make the mistakes. We're going to make mistakes now, we're going to learn from them, we're going to take imperfect action, which means that we're going to do something every day that's going to take us closer to our goal, and recognize that it's going to be imperfect. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be imperfect. So we're going to thrive on imperfect action, but we're going to learn from it. On every occasion, we're going to reflect and learn, take that learning and improve. That's the difference that makes a difference. That's one of the things consistently I've noticed over the past 26 years of doing this, is that the thing that makes a difference is taking that action on a daily basis and recognizing that the action you take is imperfect. Never going to be perfect, but you were striving towards that, striving towards it. And the way we do it is practice. So this individual wants to be a sergeant, and I'm sure they're going to make it. The question was, why do you want to be a sergeant? Well, I've got 16 years in as a police constable, a range of different things. I've been on response, I've been on CID, I've done this, I've done that. I feel like I've got a wealth of knowledge that I can pass on. I feel as though I can benefit members of the force and pass on my learning, and I feel as though I can lead by example. What do you reckon? Sound okay? Last week, I ran a workshop for inspectors who want to become chief inspectors for a particular force. I'm not going to say which force it was, but there's about 20 of them there, and we looked at this same thing. And what I got when I first asked someone, well, why do you want to be a chief inspector, is I got this wonderful CV. But it's not actually answering the question, is it? If you think about it, it's not answering the question. It's just it's answering a different question. That question is, tell me what you've done so far in your career. But what I want to know is why you want to be a sergeant, a chief inspector. Similarly, When I ask this question of people who want to join the police, what I get back is things like, I want to put something back into the community, I like helping people, I thrive on the fact that there's no 2 days that they're the same, it's a job with lots of opportunities, I want to give something back. Cliche, cliche, cliche. So one of the questions asked today was, to what extent on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is, it tells me nothing about you as an individual, and 10 is, I've got really good insight into why this person wants to be a sergeant or an inspector or whatever it might be. And honestly, they actually gave themselves a 3. I downgraded them to about a 1, because the thing is, that answer just doesn't tell me anything about your why. And it's that why that's really important. So why has love got something to do with it? Why is love the answer? Well, I want to know about what's really motivating you. I want to know about what's really firing you up and making you want the stripes on your shoulders, the pips on your shoulders, the crown, or just getting that precious warrant card in your pocket as the board of the head of the board of the inspector going for chief inspector is going to face at some point in the future. They said exactly that. We're going to delve into your personality. So they don't want a load of cliches, and they know what your CV is if you're a serving officer because they've got it in front of you. So what do we need to focus on? We need to focus on what's making you tick, on your big why, on what you love. And so what I did was a little trick that I've done so many times, and I've said, okay, all right, let's put that to one side. We'll call this person Suzanne. That's not a real name, but Suzanne to Brendan. Tell me the real reason why you want to be a sergeant. Tell me the real reason. Let's just pretend that we're good friends and we've not seen each other for ages, and I bump into you and we go and get a cup of coffee and I ask you, what's going on? Well, actually, I'm going for the rank of sergeant. Wow. What's driving that? What's behind that? And then I get the answer. And what I heard was, I'd like to see people's potential improve. I like to see people's confidence improve. I love teaching people. I love supporting people. Now I've got something I can start working with. And that's what we did. We focused on that thing, that love. Because when you like something, well, you know, I like crisps. I like fish fingers. I love a good steak. Some things that you love, some things that you like, but I want to hear about the things that you love. I want to hear about the things that you really, really value in your professional career or in your life. And so what we did was we broke down that I love teaching people, I love supporting people, which actually led to the thing that they actually like within that, which is to see people achieve their highest potential and see people improve in terms of their confidence. And so what we get when we've worked on this is we've got like this nice hook, something that in the first minute of your answer, you can really hit them with this and have an emotional connection with the interviewer. From there, there's several other things you can do to develop a story, but more about that in my courses. I know it's a bit of a teaser, more about that in my one-to-ones, more about that in my webinars. There's a story you need to build up, and there's certain things within that story which you need to include. But the first step is getting your hook right. This is something that marketeers do. This is something that writers do of stories. This is something that if you pick up any magazine, the first paragraph has got hook in it. When I say hook, it's something to get you interested. So you need to get that interviewer interested in you. You're not going to do that by selling them a load of cliches. You're not going to do that by telling them all about your career to date. You're going to do that by sharing something in detail about what you love. What you love. You're going to get that emotional connection with the interviewer. And from there, you're going to tell them this awesome story. Hook, story, and then at the end of it, there's a close. You've got to know when to finish your account of why you want to be a police officer, why now in terms of being a sergeant or an inspector or whatever it might be. Hook, story, close. More about the story, more about the close, in my webinars, in those one-to-ones, on my online courses. Check the details below. This is the stuff, folks, which makes such a huge difference in your interview. Free of cliches, unique to you. No one else will have your story. No one else will have your hook. No one else will have the way you close your story. Hook, story, close. This is the way to do it, folks. I look forward to you coming to join me to find out more about how to tell your unique story, how to get yourself over the metaphorical table so that the interviewer straight away is captivated by you and is probably thinking something along the lines of, this person's going to have to work really hard to fail. So the links below will take you to the Enforce Advancement Group. That's a subscription service for serving police officers. It's £3.33 a month. Can you believe that? It's going to go up at some point. I'm going to charge a fixed fee. But at the moment, it's £3.33 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. And for those of you who are looking to join the police, it's a bit more than that, but what an investment, especially when I guarantee your success. If you don't pass, you do all the work I've shown you, you get a refund, no questions asked. It's a no-brainer for me because I only give 1 or 2 refunds a year. It's an absolute no-brainer. Come and join us, folks, and I look forward to catching up with you very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.